My opinion of President Obama?
Yes.
You know what? I don't get too involved in politics because I'm Canadian. I don't get really extremely involved in American politics. Of course, I want our country, America. I live in America, so I want America to do as well as it can, economically speaking, and through all the government and all that stuff. But to be honest, I really don't pay a lot of attention to that. I'm so focused on being a musician on tour, or being at home with my family, or being in the studio recording with Megadeth. Honestly, I don't watch a lot of CNN or a lot of, I mean, obviously I know a little bit of stuff with the presidential stuff, but I don't follow it too much. Because I think, again, because I'm Canadian, so I don't follow Canadian politics that much either, so maybe I should. I would say Rush, 1981 Moving Pictures Tour. I saw them in Montreal. I was 15 years old at the time. That was my first concert. My first concert was Rush at Moving Pictures. And it's funny because Rush, I don't know if you guys know, they're going on tour this summer. They're going to play that whole album. Just like we're playing Rust in Peace, the whole album, they're playing Moving Pictures, the whole Moving Pictures album. So when I get home in September, they're playing where I live in Atlanta, so I'm going to go see that concert. So, but yeah, I was I've seen many concerts over the years, but that still is my favorite concert I've ever seen is Rush 1981. Well, I knew that Glenn was certainly a better guitar player than I was ever going to be, and I mean, all my family played. My father plays guitar. My older brother Brian could play guitar, who taught Glenn how to play guitar. And but for me, when I heard Rush, I mean, and of course I played guitar for many years as well, but I was never as good as the rest of my family. But when I heard Rush, when I heard Neil Peart play, that I knew something in my head went off. Said I want to be. That's why I play drums, is because of Neil. I mean, when I heard All the World's a Stage, their first live album, that just blew me away, and I said, wow, And plus, Glenn was a guitar player already, so I thought, well, if I play drums, we can start a band. And who knew, years later we'd both be Megadeth. But yeah, it's pretty much Rush is the reason why I started playing drums. Yeah. I mean, I did that. When I started to play, I didn't know any better. I just played my friend's drum set, and he would play like this. But because I'm left-handed, I play like that. But I mean, Gene plays left-handed. Simon Phillips, who is an amazing jazz drummer, and played in hundreds of albums, plays left-handed. Mike Smith from Suffocation. There's a lot of guys who play. Mike Borden, who plays with Ozzy Osbourne, plays with Faith No More, plays left-handed. His rides there. So I mean, it works for me. So I don't. Once I realized years later that maybe I should have played like Phil Collins played this way, and I was like, screw it, it works for me, and I'm comfortable playing it like that, and I just didn't know any better growing up, but it's turned out quite well for me.
Occasionally you played the guitar.
Yeah, we played. It was in Toronto, Canada. Mike, it was near the end. I think it was their last show, and then Anthrax joined us. And Mike just asked us. He said, "Hey, do you mind if I come up and play drums?" I'm like, "Sure, I don't care. Why not?" And I said, "Hey, Dave, what do you think?" And he's like, "Well," I said, "Shit, I'll just jump up and play guitar." He's like, "Okay." And you want to turn that light on? And yeah, that's what we did. That's the first time I think I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of Megadeth, where a drummer from another band in this. There we go. I don't know if that's ever happened before. So yeah, Mike went up and played drums, and I jumped up and played guitar, grabbed one of Glenn's guitars, and all four of the guys in the band, Megadeth, were playing guitar and bass, and Portnoy and I played drums. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, so we had a great time. Message for your readers. Support you guys a magazine, or you are on the internet?
A webzine.
Webzine. Support metal, support this webzine, and keep rocking, man. It's the only way we're going to keep getting people to come to the shows is through websites like you guys, and getting the word out about bands, and having new material and doing interviews and stuff. It's very important to have these kind of things on the internet without, because a lot of magazines, certainly in America, they've disappeared because you can just go on the internet and find any metal webzine in Italy or Poland or Greece, America, Canada. So a lot of the magazines don't exist anymore. So it's really important that we have magazines like yours to support metal and keep the people informed about the band. So thank you.
Fantastic.